All right, you guys. Wanted to get you this video up here. It's been a couple weeks since I got a video up. There's a lot of things going on in the industry right now, and I kind of just wanted to touch on a couple of them. So one of the biggest things that I notice right now going on in the industry is a lot of copying between the big motorcycle companies. So Indian Motorcycles released a very limited edition race-inspired bagger in 2022 into 2022, beginning of 23, and you could find them on the used market. They were for sale right around $100,000. This year, let's fast forward to 2025. So about 2 years after Indian released a production model of their Bagger Race League bike, Harley Davidson has now entered the game, and they are releasing a version of their race bagger from the Bagger Race League, and it's right around $110,000. So right out of reach of most individuals. But it's a very quick way for them to take a grasp at achieving $1 million, since they're making about 100 of them. They're $100,000 a piece, so they're going to make quite a bit if they move all those bikes. And I know a lot of people are saying that that's unbelievable and it's out of reach of most people. Most Harley Davidsons are, and when you're getting something this top notch released from Harley Davidson, it's only going to go into the hands of a limited select few collectors out there across the nation. Now, on the complete other end of the spectrum, Harley Davidson did exactly what I thought they needed to do to start driving up some sales here. They're lowering the price of the Nightster. So the Nightster was normally around $13,000, $14,000 in previous years. This year, they're dropping the price to $9,999 plus your dock fees, dealer fees, whatever they try to add on extra there for you. So it's creating that entry-level motorcycle, what they needed for Harley Davidson since they got rid of the Sportster. Once they did away with the Evolution engine Sportster, they didn't have anything in that lower end to where you could get entry-level people for entry-level money, get them on the bike, and get them introduced to the brand. I don't think the Nightster is an entry-level bike by any means. This motorcycle is capable of producing 100 horsepower with some modifications. If you don't believe me, watch Ryan Crucy's video where he is actually building a Stuntster or a Nightster that is going to be just a tire fryer all day long. He has a pipe for sale. He's advertising with just switching out that pipe, you're going to get 90 horsepower to the rear wheel. It's a dual overhead cam motorcycle. It is liquid cooled. It has all the current technology and includes a bunch of ride modes and a bunch of features that, as until this year, none of the other entry-level motorcycles had. I think this is a huge win for Harley Davidson. They need to get this entry-level market rolling. A lot of people I talk to, they can't afford the $20,000 cruisers. They can't afford the, $18,000, $16,000, $17,000 cruiser market to where we see the Street Bob and, the Lowrider S in that upper echelon. Your entry-level motorcycle in the Harley was, $15,000, $16,000 as of the last couple years. Now they're dropping that down to $10,000. They're going to get a lot of people interested, and they're going to get a lot more people on the seat. Are those people going to be able to handle the 90 horsepower and the sport modes that are coming on that bike? I don't know, but there is rain mode on that bike, and they can always switch into rain mode and, kind of gear the bike down and make it a little more manageable. I'm extremely happy to see Harley Davidson doing this instead of trying to come out with like a street 750 or a street 500 like they did in past years. The only thing that I think is going to affect us where we start getting into these bikes becoming affordable is that I have it pulled up here. Interest rates right now are between 6 to 8% on a brand new motorcycle. It is considered a luxury item. They are taxed different than if you buy a car. So even right now with cars, we're seeing if you're going to buy a brand new truck right now, the best interest rate you're going to find is like a 5.6, a 5.7 interest rate. To me, that's very high on a new vehicle, and that's with stellar credit. That's like in the 800s on your credit score. Now, it wasn't uncommon in the last couple of years to see interest rates up to almost 20% on used Harley Davidsons. I did see people come through the dealership that were getting hit with 16, 18% interest rates on used motorcycles. That may price people out. Once they start seeing how much they're actually paying for the bike, they can save up for a year or two and buy 2 of them. But just to let you know, they're being very aggressive right now. I have seen 0.9% interest on select 2024 models. So if you have a good relationship with your local dealer, you may be able to get in on one of those promotional discounts. But from what I see right now all over the country, whether in terms of home loans, bike loans, auto loans, you're still going to have those high interest rates. And now this year with Harley increasing the price on their touring bikes, this year I think we're going to run into that issue where if it was affordable last year with a 7 or 8% interest rate, this year it may not be affordable since the prices went up substantially and now you're still sitting with those interest rates. If you're going to buy a bike, you should get out there now. They're talking about a tariff coming into place with any parts that are coming in from other countries. As you guys know, take apart your Harley Davidson motorcycle and see where that headlight's coming from or where some of those other parts are coming from. They're not being manufactured here, they're being imported. The bikes are assembled here in union factories, but a lot of the parts are not made in the United States, and that's going to affect a lot of your pricing here going forward. Any motorcycle company you see, they're not producing a lot of those parts here. You're going to have to get them imported in. So what I've been seeing is that they're estimating a 12% increase on all vehicles from the middle of this year to the end of this year. So you may see MSRPs creeping up slowly or added fees. Just something to keep in mind if you're looking to buy this year. Something else I kind of wanted to touch on was how out of touch with reality price is getting on all kinds of things. So I don't know if you've been living under a rock, but if not, you have seen that recently within the last couple of days, Harley Davidson has released a limited edition run of clothing with Dickies. If you are like me, you grew up wearing Dickies as a skateboarder or a worker, you would buy Dickies work pants. They used to be under $20 a pair at Walmart. Now you go to Walmart, you'll see them at around $40. Harley Davidson collaboration, the pants are running $70 and up for Dickies. Dickies workwear with a little Harley Davidson patch on it, a little collaboration. Out of the entire lineup, the only thing that I seen that was anywhere near affordable was a trucker cap that they had for $35. So it just kind of goes into play with what I've been saying. The only thing you're going to see for the remainder of this year is prices going up. So it's something that's affecting everybody out here and it's something to really pay attention to. I feel like in order to get our economy booming again, we need to stabilize the inflation and we need to stabilize pricing. We need to figure out why the interest rates are plateauing where they're at, and we need to see if we could drive those down. Lower interest rates are going to drive higher sales, you're going to get higher profits, and you're going to stimulate the economy. So hopefully this year we see some of that, but from what I'm seeing from Harley with $50 t-shirts partnered with Dickies. It kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I was hoping when they partnered with Dickies that they would kind of lower the price. I'd be able to get a Harley Davidson Dickies co-branded pair of pants for around $45 instead of $70. I'm the type of person that I'm going to buy things as I need them. I use them. I'm very hard on my clothing. Every pair of pants I have has oil stains on them from working on the motorcycle. So I'm probably not going to spend $70 on a pair of work pants just to ruin them. I'm going to order off of the Dickies site, and I'm probably going to try to pick up a pair for around $30 because I'm going to destroy them within the course of a year. So I just wanted to touch on a couple things here. Right now I'm seeing that interest rates can be anywhere from 8.99 to 29.99 on used motorcycles. That is coming right now from SoFi Pricing, and they're one of the largest lenders, so those numbers are probably going to be pretty accurate. If you guys are going to go buy a motorcycle this year, I recommend you get out there and you do it. And let me know how you guys feel about the price drop on the Nightster, and if you're going to see maybe a new motorcycle in the future for you. But I know right now I'm probably going to wait. This year's time to save some money. The stock market's down. We're going to invest some money in that, and we're going to see how the cards play.